Hey, knuckleheads, it's O'Neil. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It's O'Neil. Welcome to the show, everyone. Is it working?
Give everybody a time to.
It says it's live. Maybe we'll have somebody want to chat about hunting and fishing over the next half an hour. O'Neil always has plenty of recommendations to make. And maybe if you'd like to join in, we are going, if you're stick around, oh, here it is right here. Here's a backwards works axis saw, reciprocating saw. There you are. See that?
Can you say that again?
Reciprocating saw. We're going to give away a saw during the show. Everyone join in if you can. And I don't know what process we use by giving this thing away. How do you do that, honey?
Karen Green will be picking a name at the end of the program.
Okay. All right. At the end of the program, we'll pick out a name and send a axis saw, Works Tools axis saw. I'm glad you're seeing. I see Doc is out there watching.
Hello.
Hey, Doc.
Karen Green
Can't wait till you move up here. What, honey?
Karen Green is in Peachtree City, and she's monitoring, and she
Okay.
will be picking a winner.
Okay.
And we have no idea what the criteria is
Okay.
to win.
Okay. All right. The winning saw name will be announced at the end of the program. Gail and I have nothing to do with it and don't want anything to do with it. But I'll tell you, this is this Works tool, this battery-powered stuff, that's really, really good stuff. Anyway, there you are. Let's talk a little bit, if you will, about hunting and fishing. It is springtime. Oh, my goodness. The what do you call not the strawberry winter? Or what do you call the last few days it gets cold like this?
Cold.
Cold. Okay, it's been cold, and but it's over. It's like 74 degrees here in the mountains of North Georgia, and by inference here, you're watching us from our little cabin in the mountains of North Georgia near Amicalola Falls State Park, and the wildlife management area is just right over there. So we're enjoying it. I hope that you'll join us a little bit. I have a couple of recommendations to make since I do not have people who, like on the radio show, can challenge me. Of course, you can leave a message, a criticism, something truly spiteful. Whatever you want to do, you may do that. Put your name down there, and I will listen to you. But in this case, I can dictate absolutes, and these absolutes come from not only me, but my fishing and hunting partners that I've had over the last long time. Here's something about hunting. The deer season's coming up. What? It's March. It's April. Is it April? It's April. You want to talk about deer hunting? Yes.
Well, let's talk about spinner baits.
Spinner baits?
Yeah.
Who wants to talk about spinner baits?
Somebody wants to know if they're biting spinner baits.
Yes, they're always biting. Bass are always biting spinner baits. It's the number one big bass bait that you can catch, artificial bait that you can use. The ones that catch the biggest fish are live bait, and that's when you should take your children. And when you do take your children, grandchildren fishing, use live bait or Fisher's Choice baits. It is bait that was alive but now is not. But the fish don't know that. So the smell is there and they eat it like crazy.
This is the full planter's moon.
This is the planter's moon. Yes, the moon tonight is pink.
Yes.
It's the planter's moon. But if I don't get interrupted again.
Well, do you want to answer this
Absolutely. I want to hear from everybody.
Okay.
Well, not everybody, but most.
You don't want to hear from the IRS, I'm sure.
No.
Or would you like to have a call about your car warranty?
No.
I mean, they haven't been calling me today.
Well, I had a call from the Philippines today.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not.
And he wanted to know, it was about car warranty and health. But I told him that we were doing the show tonight, so he's already called back, so he could watch it at 6:30. I guess from the Philippines right now. He's watching the show.
Bull.
Huh? You don't believe that?
No. No,
I can't
believe
get this.
you
I
told
can't
him
this.
that.
I can't get this. Huh?
I believe you told him that. But I don't believe he's watching.
Oh yes, he is.
No.
All right. If unless I get interrupted again.
And you will.
So Norman says, just say yes, dear.
He's exactly
Yeah,
right.
yes, dear. Okay, here we go. Hunting season. Have you fully familiarized yourself will you fully familiarize yourself with the type of trees that are existing on your deer or property lease? That determines where the deer are. Now you can put in food plots. Highly successful. Oh, putting in a food plot. But you do that now. A white-tailed deer is pretty much of a lazy critter. If you think about it, if it's a he eats, sleeps, makes baby deer, and that's all. He doesn't write books. He doesn't grow anything. He doesn't do anything except stay alive. And that's okay. He does a good job of that. Right now in the United States, I am told, there are more white-tailed deer in the lower 48 now than, well, Obama would be 50.
Okay.
There are more white-tailed deer in the United States now than when Columbus landed. I don't know how they know that, but Columbus must have been a real smart guy, coming from Spain in those 3 boats like he did. We'll call them ships. But you should put in a food plot. Deer will habitually go to the food plot over and over. And that's why you should put in a food plot that regrows. I had a conversation not just a couple of days ago. Guy said, hey, the last couple of years, I haven't seen any deer or hogs or anything on my property, my lease. I said, no kidding. Yeah. I said, do you have a food plot? No. He said, I have some feeders. Okay, what do you put in the feeders? I put corn in the feeders. Okay, that's good. Put corn in the feeders. How often do the feeders go off and for how long? He said they go off twice a day, 7:30 and 4:30, and they run for 5 minutes. That's not very much or very long. A food plot, all of the critters in those woods partake of the food plot. Game and non-game species. Put in a food plot. That's your best bet. Put in a food plot. Feeder, that's good. For 5 minutes, a sounder, one hog comes by and can eat all the corn in 5 minutes. And there's nothing left for anybody else. And the deer are afraid of the hogs to begin with. So if the hogs go to the feeder, the deer will not. Okay, enough. Okay, anything going on?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
When do baby deer arrive?
They're here.
Have they just been born?
Just in
Are
the
they-
last, yeah, they're, yeah.
Are they
Well,
born in the wintertime?
they're born in the spring.
In early spring.
In the springtime. Springtime and early summer, that's when the fawns. Now, since you brought it up, listen to me now. This is your friend O'Neill talking. You're driving in the mountains, you're driving somewhere, you're out somewhere, whatever, and you see a fawn. Oh my God, the mama's dead. She's not here.
Let's
The
get
fawn.
her. Let's pick her up.
Yeah,
Let's put her in the car.
we'll take her back. We'll put her in the house and we'll grow her. The mother is there. You just don't see her. The fawn is in bedding, or she or he is just barely walking around. Leave it alone. In Georgia, and I don't know of other states, of course, I don't know them all. In Georgia, the white-tailed deer belong to the state. So leave the deer alone.
Did we relate to everyone what happened with the baby deer up here?
I
this
will
year?
right now.
Okay, go.
Okay. Here in the mountains, we'll call it a community. It's really not, but we'll call it a community. And there was a doe that had become familiarized via the neighbors. And it had no fear of anyone. I have had it come up to me repeatedly right out here in front of the house, in front of the porch, to be fed. And it made it, I'm about to say that. Somebody with good intentions, isn't there a movie called Good Intentions?
Yes, I believe, and I think you might be in it.
Look it up. It's a movie called Good Intentions. O'Neill's in it, and he looks good, too. Okay. Somebody put a fluorescent orange tag ribbon around this poor doe's neck. The doe's dead now because it doesn't have any fear of humans or cars or anything of that nature, and somebody ran over it. Your good intentions are wasted. That is a wild animal. It doesn't belong to you. It's not for you to feed, unless it's a food plot, and it's not for you to keep in your house or around the house. Don't do it.
It's illegal.
That's what I said, didn't I?
I'm just reinforcing
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah. All right. You start your deer hunts now. The deer, if you have a food plot or if you have an oak stand versus a piney woods, deer farm, okay? They don't go there except maybe to take a nap. They don't feed there. The deer do not feed on pine cones. But you need to know where the oak stands are. And you need to become familiar with it. I was talking with somebody today, and we talked about it. We're recording a radio show. I won't tell you who it was with. It doesn't matter. And we determined there in that show that a hunting trip with a child or grandson, a kid in the neighborhood, doesn't necessarily have to have a gun with you. Let's go and learn about the deer. Let's find their paths. Let's find their footprints. Let's find where they feed. You see what I mean? I mean, the deer hunt, pulling the trigger, so what? But if you find out about them, it makes the hunt that much more enjoyable. And repeatedly, I got an email this week at o'neilloutside.com where you can see all the shows, all of O'Neill Outside programs you can see at o'neilloutside.com. I forgot what I was talking about.
We'll just go on to something
Okay.
else. Somebody said pine cones don't grow ears. Did I miss something?
No, what I said was deer don't feed on pine cones, so a pine plantation is not where deer feed.
Okay, and another listener said he keeps the deer close to him because of food plots.
Okay, food plots are fine. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
that's what you do.
they're perennials. They grow every year, and I know that one of my sponsors for many, many years was Whitetail Institute, and what they did and what I did with people where I had land and leases and I was partners in with them. Then they put in a food plot, and that food plot renewed itself for 5 or 6 years. You don't have to put in a food plot every year. You can put in a food plot that will last. Okay. You don't, I know what I was talking about. A guy writes to me and he says, I want to get my 8-year-old son into deer hunting. What caliber rifle should I get him? Why not start him out with a BB gun and you guys go for squirrels? Or robins, or sparrows, or not mockingbirds. You know, you shouldn't kill a mockingbird. You know, just go hunting. You don't have to bag anything. I mean, you go squirrel hunting with a 410 and you shoot 25, 30 times. How many times do you shoot when you go deer hunting? Once, maybe. All right. Okay, enough about hunting. Let's talk fishing.
Susan says you were telling us that what you forgot, that you got something this week.
I got a call from some guy who wanted to ask me about what caliber rifle to give his 8-year-old. And, you know, a BB gun will do fine. You know,
Yes.
Maybe the first hunting, you know, go squirrel hunting and use a single shot 410, a hammer cocked single shot break action 410. You know, it won't shoot unless you pull the hammer back. Be safe. There's so many ways to have a child, a son or grandson, or even somebody in the neighborhood to be involved in the outdoors without you going deer hunting with a 30-06. Not at all. The 6.5 Creedmoor is what everybody's using now anyway. Yes, ma'am.
Remind everybody to share the video.
Oh, if you're watching right now,
Yeah.
please share the video. We appreciate you watching and listening. It gives O'Neill a forum to try to be the boss. And I'm not the boss. But, you know, for just a little while every Monday afternoon. Okay. Yeah, Gene says it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. Yes, indeed. And we miss those. You know, we moved from Snellville near Stone Mountain, Georgia, up here into the mountains. And there are no mockingbirds up here. It's too high, it's too cold, it's too something. But we don't have any mockingbirds up here, and that's too bad because we enjoyed them.
Tell them why I particularly like the one.
There was each mockingbird has his own particular song. And in the afternoons, if you're listening to mockingbirds in the afternoons, they'll usually be in one spot, and he will be singing the same song over and over and over again. What he's doing is he's establishing his territory. I'm here. This is mine. All right, here's my song, and my song is, you guys, take one, because this is my spot. And what he sang was, in the last summer we were there, was...
Pretty girl, pretty girl.
Pretty girl, pretty girl.
Every time I went outside.
Pretty girl. Anyway, that's
my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's right, and it was. And he was right. Pretty girl.
Yeah.
I got distracted. Oh, now we're talking about fishing. It's springtime. Go. Boy, it's time to catch. Oh, I've been getting lots of pictures from people. The brim are biting big time. Oh, all across the South. Shellcracker, long-eared sunfish, that's a brim. All of them are biting now. Go fishing. Get bit, okay? I can tell you, brim are dumb as a rock. I've caught them off the bed before using a cricket. Take the fish, put him back in, he goes back to the bed, and then throw a red wiggler in there, and he bites that. Okay, but deep fry them, or, fry them in a skillet. Oh, brim, keep the fins on, because the fins, the tail and the dorsal fin, you can eat that. It's really good. It's crunchy. What are you laughing about?
Scott Maxim.
Yeah.
He says that he saw a pair of mockingbirds beat the crap out of a hawk. That's great.
Yeah, I believe that too. They're
no fear.
They're tough guys. Mockingbirds are.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, they're active, especially if there's two of them.
Yeah, wow.
One on one, nah. But especially if there's two. All right. Go fishing, okay? The fish are biting. If the bass are already off the beds and traveling out, they'll go along the sides of the points, and they will have places that they will stop, because they've been under a lot of stress in this shallow water. people like you have been casting to them and trying to catch them. They'll drift out according to the temperature, and they'll find places to stop. A creek channel, a brush pile, on the sides of the points, always with a point with a creek, if you will, of a creek that flows in there. It's a good idea to have fresh water because, remember, I told you the signal that tells you that this is a cove and a point where you need to fish. What was it? A blue heron is in the back of the cove, and if he's there for the minnows, and if he's there for the shad, then all the other fish are there also. This all fits together. And I know somebody asked me a few days ago, how do you know all this stuff? I don't know of this. I haven't gone to school about this. I've learned this from going, and I've learned all these things from excellent fishermen and excellent hunters, and it's the same thing. At 62 degrees, at 58 to 62 degrees every year, the bass will go into shallow water. They don't know any better. Like a friend of mine said, the fish don't know where they live. So they will do the same thing. That's how you know these things, okay? Is it true? Is it true that Scott Maxim eats mockingbirds and follows it with a Pepsi?
Max.
Well, no.
Pepsi Max.
Max. All right,
I'm
enough about
sure
that.
he
Just
probably
go, okay?
does.
This is your time of the year. Just go. And if you're tired of going fishing, if you don't have a good fishing hole, I would tell you that whether you live in Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee, the Carolinas, whatever, if you'll look up the state parks in the state in which you live, there are plenty of places for you to go fishing. And I'll bet I know because at Georgia DNR and state parks and historic sites, they keep the ponds stocked with fish. Donald Sizemore, Lena H. Cox, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
Yes, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember him.
Yes, I do.
'Cause
I
I
got
just told you
reminded.
you
Just
do.
yeah. Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. Yeah, I was at.
Not 6th grade.
He
Fourth.
said.
He said, no.
Yeah.
You were at Tony. That's when I met you.
She fell in love at first sight. We were only
Yeah.
Well-
Donald is wrong about the 6th grade. You were at Tony.
yeah.
That's when I met you.
I'm so tired. I have a friend here in the mountains, and he needed to have a tree cut down. He needed to move a tree, a live tree, a cat-smelling oak, if you know what I mean.
no.
Yeah, it is.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
You didn't bring it here.
Yes, I did. It's out on the porch.
Oh, man.
And so he called this morning and said, I've already got the tree on the ground. Can you come and help me? Whew. I tell you what, this log cutting and splitting and hauling and stacking is tiresome. But I'm glad to have the wood, and it will dry out, and it won't
stink.
and it won't smell that way.
Man,
No, it won't. No, it won't smell that way.
I was about to call the septic tank down.
It's called a cat something smelling oak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does smell like that when it's green, but it will it'll dry out. I've been hard at work gathering wood, and we had to have a couple of oak trees downed that were starting to tilt over the cabin and our little log house, and you could tell by opening it up that the ants had gotten in there and it was rotten. When you hit it with a rock, it smelled like it sounded like you were beating a drum. And so we had to have 2 big oak trees taken down and cut up and split. I've got enough wood to last me the rest of my life, I think.
Can we stop now?
No, I can't stop because if my other friend takes the other tree down, he's going to have help splitting it up. And I'm going to help him. So there. Enough about me. What about you? Here's an idea. For the balance of the springtime, take your children fishing. Go to the state parks. Here's an idea that makes it so much more wonderful. Prepare them for it. Don't make it a surprise. Prepare them for it. Guess what? In 2 weeks, we're going fishing. Let's go to the local Bass Pro Shop or to Walmart or wherever and get you a new rod and reel. And you get a new rod and reel and get you some baits and go fishing. They will remember that the rest of their lives. I had a talk today, a radio show recording with a fellow that when he was 14 years old, he and his dad from South Georgia, they took near Warrenton, Georgia. He was 14 years old, and he and his dad took a canoe trip down the Ogeechee River from middle Georgia all the way to the coast. What a wonderful memory he had of that trip with his dad for several days, outdoors. There wasn't a baseball team involved or a football team. Not that that's bad, but you see the difference? It was the two of them, not a stadium full of people. And that makes a difference. Yeah. Okay. Plan ahead. Okay.
Just a reminder.
Oh.
In just a few moments, we're going to call
Oh.
into the contest. Okay. The backwards contest.
I wonder if you do it like, oh.
Okay, the backwards contest. So if I were you, I would stay on
Stay on the line.
until Karen picks her people. I don't know. I can't give you a hint as to why she picks you, but she does.
Okay.
So there you go.
You can visit o'neilloutside.com, and on the home page you can purchase O'Neill Outside. People and places along the way, 65 years in the outdoors. You can purchase it at Amazon, or you can purchase it at o'neilloutside.com, and I will sign it for you. Now there's my ad.
Okay. Now, if
Is it time?
it's we're getting close to calling an end to any more entries.
Okay.
Every time
Everybody stay on now, because you might get picked.
and
For
everybody share. Please share this.
share all this. Works too. Share all this.
Yeah.
It's,
Because
we're just having fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't make money doing this. You understand?
if you want O'Neill to stay on, share this video. Share this live video so other people will join it.
Right.
Please.
We like to have a lot of people, so share it, and O'Neill will
I
become.
want to see all those hearts and things coming.
Yeah,
through.
yeah, I like to see
other-
that. Why,
like
why
people
don't
that
why don't we
come.
have hearts and things like that on on this show?
Nobody likes you. Except me.
I'm sensitive.
Well, I like you.
Well, I'll get my feelings hurt if people
Yeah.
don't. There's some people who are saying they like me.
Oh, okay.
thank
here
you
we
very-
go. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Thank
Look at
you
that.
very much.
Look
I'm
at that.
sensitive, and I
mean,
appreciate the
that's
liking.
fabulous. Yeah. There you go. Now go share that.
Yeah, all right. Share it while all the hearts are going up there, okay? Okay. You remember, isn't it funny?
Okay. All right. Wait. Somebody
Is it
wants
time?
to know
Okay.
if you can get a signed copy on Amazon. The answer is
No. You cannot get a signed copy on Amazon. You can visit o'neilloutside.com. Easy to buy on the homepage, and you'll leave your address and everything, and you will leave what you want me to say, if you will. If you want me to dedicate it to, if you want to dedicate it to Barack Obama, then that's what I can write in there. Oh, never mind. This is not political. Or I can dedicate it to Bill Clinton. No, or I can dedicate it to Ronald Reagan. There you are. And I'll write in there whatever it was. So send the hearts and the likes. It makes me feel better because, again, I'm a sensitive person. And if I get my feelings hurt, I'm not going to do this. Quite frankly, it's a real pain in the butt. I mean, I could be upstairs drinking scotch right now and not trying to have a conversation with you guys. Is it?
Okay.
It's 30
30
minutes.
No more entries. Everything's done.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll let you know in a minute. Do we let them know who won
Yeah,
right now?
Yes, Karen.
We do?
Karen is now going to pick a winner,
Okay.
and in just a moment, she's going to text me the answer.
Okay.
The person.
All right. We'll let
So,
you know
hold
in
on.
just a moment
Hold on.
who won the Axis reciprocating saw. This is really good stuff. It really is.
Yeah. So hold on.
But I had something special I wanted to say.
Go.
Well, wait a minute. I can't think of what it was.
Ask Susan. She'll tell you.
I can't think of. I had something that just really memorable. What's that? Gathering memories is what life is. No, life.
Oh, oh shoot. The acquisition of memories is the meaning of life.
Oh.
Is that it?
Something of that nature. It's around here somewhere. The acquisition of
Al
memories.
Bassett says it's old age. Hello.
The acquisition of memories is what life is made of. In the truth. Yeah, yeah. Al says old age. Thanks, Al.
Okay, I have gotten the winner.
Yay! Who's the winner?
Do you want me to say it, or do you want to say
Well, it doesn't matter.
it? Okay, the winner is Scott Emerson.
Scott Emerson wins these reciprocating saw, Works Tool Saw. Scott Emerson.
So he needs to, I don't know.
What does he need to do?
Do we ever know what to tell these people? He has to send it to O'Neill
He's-
outside Houston.
Yeah. Oh, send your name, address to O'Neill at O'Neill Outside. Is that right?
I think so, or Allison will tell you just shortly. If that's
Just a
correct.
minute. I'll tell you. Just Scott, if you're there. If you're not there and you don't know you won, you're not going to get it. What do you think of that? Hey, 2 weeks ago we had a guy who won. We never heard from him. I guess he already had a saw, or he didn't like me. He hurt my feelings.
Who wouldn't like somebody that gave you something, you know? Well, other than herpes or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I'd like that.
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, send it to...
Put some more likes on there, okay?
I think it's, yeah, let's see the likes go.
I want to see some likes go up. Are you sharing this?
Yeah, just do the likes or the hearts or, you know, whatever. Don't do, just
Yeah.
go ahead and hit those.
Yep. Scott
I think
almost
everybody
won.
left.
It was Scott, not Mike Maxim. It was Scott who?
Emerson.
Scott Emerson. Well, he had a half a
Oh,
name.
look, they're listed. Look.
Yay! I'm so proud.
That's fantastic.
That really makes me feel good. Jeff Ramsey said he moved to Indianapolis from. He still listens on Saturday mornings. Tell my
Aw,
friends
man.
about you up here. Jeff. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's
Aw, that's-
it's always
he
very
loves it.
satisfying.
O'Neill loves it when he sees all these likes and loves and things.
Yeah, it makes it more worthwhile if you figure people are enjoying it
Appreciating it. That's
and
right.
everything.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I'm just really tired today. Next week, I'm going to be more specific about tips because this week is different from next week. And we're going to talk about how to fish for largemouth, crappie, and spotted bass and brim next week and into the month of May so that you can plan your trips. Now, what else? What are you laughing at? I hate it when you laugh like that.
I'm just watching the likes and
Oh, the
things
li-
go up there.
Okay, let's see little yellow buttons popping up here.
Well, that's a love.
Oh, it is?
Care
Oh.
thing. Yeah, that's a care thing.
Well, just a minute.
Okay, Gene says he lives in Lindell, Texas. Scott Emerson lives in Lindell, Texas.
Scott Emerson in Lindell, Texas.
Yeah.
Gosh.
He needs to get on here, and it's Houston at o'neilloutside.com.
Scott
Emerson.
Scott Emerson, send an email with your address and all that to Houston at o'neilloutside.com.
Right.
And then we'll send you the saw, and you can use it, or you can sell it, or you can just put it on the wall.
Oh
and
no, you do not sell it. If
Oh.
I see it on eBay, you will never win anything again.
You hear that?
Ever.
You mount it, put it on the wall. To
That's
mount
right,
it,
that's
yeah,
right.
or something like that. Oh, am I through?
Yes, you are.
God,
You're
I
done.
hope so.
You're done for.
No kidding.
Would you like to have a salmon Caesar salad for dinner?
Salmon?
Caesar salad.
Yeah, but Daddy would call it
Salmon.
salmon.
Yeah.
It's really salmon.
But Daddy
Wild,
can do
wild
what he
caught
wants.
salmon. We like that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch them. See you later. See you next Saturday. And Saturday morning on WSB Radio, AM 750 over the whole East Coast, O'Neill Outside, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Why not give it a try? If you can stand 2 hours of O'Neill, this is it.